The Arizona Cardinals getting ready for the Chicago Bears this coming weekend. A lot of players for you to keep your eye on both teams, the Bears and the Arizona Cardinals heading into week 9. Go ahead and get you caught up with everything Arizona Cardinals. Let's dive into it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack up that like button and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. On this channel, we are on the road to 16K. Can't do it without you guys, so definitely subscribe it up if this is your first time here. But I try to keep you up to date with everything Arizona Cardinal news daily. If it's not a video, it's a live stream, so make sure you subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free. But let's go and get started here, ladies and gentlemen. We already heard from Jonathan Gannon earlier this morning about some game time decisions for the Cardinals, and couple players that have come back and got a lot of people excited. We're not going to see them, right? So let's go and start here with the Cardinals. Now, I did mention this in the intro. There is a lot of injuries on both teams, right? So we're going to be diving into the Cardinals first, and then we're going to be talking about maybe some implications about the Chicago Bears, some of their star-studded guys that might not play. But like I said, let's dive into it. So Kelvin Beachum, right now seen as a limited practice here on Thursday. He was actually did not practice on Wednesday with a groin injury. Darius Robinson and Jonah Williams. Although Jonah Williams has been limited, he's out. We are not going to have our right tackle for, the guy that's supposed to be the right tackle for at least the next 2 years for the Cardinals. Trending in the right direction, but right now he's been ruled out for week 9. And then, of course, Darius Robinson, the 28th overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft, unfortunately did not practice Wednesday and Thursday as well. So you ended up hearing Jonathan Gannon earlier this morning saying that he is ruled out. Obviously didn't want to provide too much information, but still that calf injury that's currently happening as well now. And now a good thing to talk about here, earlier this week he was elevated to the 53. Now that's good news on its own, because obviously the idea of if they did not do that, that he would have to remain on IR for the remaining of the season. So we're hoping that he's close, but I feel like every single week we're talking about Darius Robinson is almost like, oh, he's almost back, and then we kind of get shut down at the end of the week when it comes down to game time decisions. So I understand the circumstances, and it's not very circumstances that people are really used to, with obviously the calf injury and him re-aggravating, and then his mom passed away, and it's just kind of a lot of things kind of unfolding in a rapid fashion. So we heard that he was close, but then re-aggravated it, and then his mom, it's a lot of things right now. So right now, don't even think that he's, maybe think after the bye week. If I'm going to be honest here, maybe after bye. And like I said, I'm just putting my best prediction out there, right? I don't 100% know. He might go in week 10, but honestly, right now, being the fact that we do have a bye week after these next 2 games, let's just think of it that way, right? So hopefully, prayers up and heal up quickly, Darius Robinson. Let's see what happens there. So Naquan Jones, Roy Lopez, and then Sean Murphy-Bunting, they are right now game time decisions. So obviously, that's just kind of the thing that Jonathan Gannon does, right? He doesn't like to kind of, put his hand out there. It's been like that since he's been here. And I'm not sure if it's for like a game advantage, right, against the Bears. But truth be told, if Sean Murphy-Bunting is a full go, I don't know, I'm kind of in that situation right now that I really want to see what Max Melton can do. And I know Sean Murphy-Bunting was brought in here to be our cornerback 1. And, I think there is room for him to obviously potentially play. But I don't know, that there's something that kind of wants me to see more Max Melton. I want the development to kind of start happening, because he was a 2nd-round pick for the Cardinals, and we need to see what the future looks like, right? And I believe, if I can remember correctly, Sean Murphy-Bunting signed up for 3 years, including this one, so he's got 2 more years for the Cardinals, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know, I'm kind of ready to see the young guy. I'm not sure if you guys feel the same way, but there's that. But curious to figure out what Roy Lopez and then Naquan Jones is going to do here for the Cardinals as well, because obviously any defensive lineman is going to help out the Cardinals. We need to be able to get some sort of pass rush and some pressure against that rookie quarterback in Caleb Williams. So there's that. Now let's move on over to the Chicago Bears side of it all. They got a lot of people on their injury report as well. I think they actually have a little bit more than we do heading into week 9. A couple people to note here, Kyler Gordon being one of the top ones out there. He didn't practice on Wednesday, nor did he practice on Thursday with a hamstring injury. One of their starting DBs over there, now he's not their number 1 DB, that's going to be Jalen Johnson, but a very, very good piece on the defensive side of the ball here in Kyler Gordon. So I'm curious to figure out what they're going to do with him. Hamstring injuries are really tricky, right? Obviously, depending on the severity of the hamstring injury to kind of figure out what happens or what they're going to decide to do, right? So those are injuries that don't cure themselves in 3 or 4 days. Sometimes it usually takes a little longer, but I'm curious to figure out what's going to happen with that. They also got Braxton Jones on a did not practice on Wednesday and then Thursday as well, which is an offensive lineman with a knee injury. They also got Mercedes Lewis on there as well, which is their veteran tight end. He didn't practice on Thursday, but I think they're okay with Cole Kmet. That's going to be their number 1 tight end over there anyway. So the biggest name to look out for right now is going to be Montez Sweat. He did not practice on Wednesday, and he was limited on Thursday with a shin injury. Now, Montez Sweat right now is having a very, very, very good start to his 2024 career, and some might say he's probably the best defensive lineman they got over there right now on the defensive side of the ball. 6'6", 262, right now 3.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and then 10 solo tackles. A guy that was drafted to the Washington Commanders, or I think it was the Commanders at the time, or actually it might have been the Redskins, but anyways, I digress. He ended up getting traded to the Bears, and he's done really well for them. So right now he is listed as a limited fashion here on Thursday. If I were going to put some money down, I'd probably say he would be a go, personally, but yeah, definitely something to keep your eyes on there, Montez Sweat. So right now, obviously, depends on what happens on Friday. Injury report covers the Wednesday and Thursday days, not Friday. So obviously, I think we're really going to learn a little bit more here on Friday coming into Week 9 versus the Bears. But for the most part, when you're looking at the Cardinals, I think we're fairly healthy right now. Obviously, that Darius Robinson storyline has been very unfortunate with just the circumstances that ended up happening with his personal life, the re-aggravating of the calf injury. So it's one of those things where, I don't know. I really don't know how to feel about Darius. I think we're all excited to see him, but I just, I think the most important thing right now is for him to heal up to the best of his ability so he can perform 100% right here on Sundays for the Cardinals. Kelvin Beachum didn't practice. We mentioned this a little earlier, but I think he's going to be a go. But Jonah and then Darius already being rolled out. Very unfortunate, but I think right now we're kind of in a good situation for the Cardinals. So very exciting game coming our way here this coming Sunday for the Cardinals, because we got an opportunity here to go above 500. And in 2024, this might be the first time the Cardinals could do it, right? But this is not going to be an easy win. Not an easy win out of that defense over there. If I'm going to have to say one thing about the Chicago Bears in 2024, their defense is really, really good. Like, they're very, very good. Very good. So the Cardinals offense has their work cut out for them, but they are going to need to be the X factor in this game if the Cardinals want to get some sort of win, right? Because we know what our defense is, right? We know where our inefficiencies are. Arizona Cardinal defense, I don't think they are the worst defense, especially because we do got a lot of no-name guys, but they do play hard, right? They play hard at the end of the day, and they want to get stops. It's just sometimes talent outlasts heart, right? And that's one of the main reasons why Cardinal fans want the Arizona Cardinals to go after a pass rusher here in the trade deadline. And this week, that's been one of the biggest storylines that we've been talking about, right? Are the Cardinals going to be buyers? What are we going to do in the trade deadline? And I feel like this Chicago Bears / Cardinals storyline in Week 9 has kind of taken a back seat because Cardinals fans are already looking into what are we going to do for the remaining of the season, right? And honestly, it's important, but it's also important to obviously think about the Chicago Bears game because they're the next opponent. An opportunity to go above 500, but we got to take care of business here. We got to take care of business. All right, everybody, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on Darius Robinson and this whole situation that's currently going on here in 2024. Let me know in the comments below, as well as Jonah Williams trending in the right direction. Hopefully after the bye week, I think that's going to be more realistic here for Jonah Williams. But let me know what your guys' thoughts about him returning as well. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day, and go Cardinals.